It is easy to see why the Chief has been taken for granted for so long. On Sunday afternoon, Robert Parish scored 22 points, pulled down 19 rebounds as Boston clinched its 14th Atlantic Division title in the last 20 years. The 38-year-old Chief takes center stage in our Sunday night conversation with Jack Edwards.
This is the first most inconsistent year I've had in 5 years. You know, a lot more valleys than peaks this year.
You don't think that's age, do you?
I don't know what it is, but it's something different. Been a while.
When you came to the Celtics from Golden State, did Red or Bill Fitch or anyone actually sit down with you and say, this is the role we have in mind for you?
Basically, they didn't know much about me as a player. So the big question about me was I the type of player that could stay focused 48 minutes? When I came here, I had a reputation of not caring and being lackadaisical. So
why? How did you get that reputation?
That's a good question. Maybe it's my demeanor. You know, like I said, I'm not emotional. I don't have a lot of expressions, you know, in my face. So maybe that's a reason why people saying that I'm lackadaisical.
I'm happy to win it all.
I'm so proud of them, like any other championship. Yahoo!
We won the first championship back in 80-81 season. I think that's when I really realized that we could really build something that could be very special in sports. And that's after we won the championship, that's when I realized that we really had the talent. Not only the talent, but the personalities. And I think it's very important to be successful in any venture. And I think after that championship, that's when I realized that this was really something special. And who knows what the future would hold for us.
There are a lot of other centers in the NBA who get a lot more attention from the press, who have a much higher profile, but who don't have 3 world championship rings. What did you have to give up?
My ego. Yeah. That's what I had to give up. And I feel like that was important to put my ego aside for the betterment of the team because, like you said, all the light and accolades went to Larry and Kevin, you know, which is good, too, because people do come out to see them. They are the drawing card.
I wasn't in the locker room in 81, but I was there in 84, and I was there in 86. And even at those great moments of celebration, you chose not to speak to the media. Is that just a reflection of the privateness of your personality?
Well, back then, I had a stormy romance with the media, especially in Boston. You know, they haven't always been very kind to me, and for whatever reasons. So I just chose not to talk to them. I just feel like they was overcritical. You know, I feel like it was double standards also. You know, when other players go through the same thing I was going through where it was stretchy when I wasn't playing well, which all players go through. I just feel like they putting on a little heavy, the negativeness. And when I'm playing well, I don't hear nothing about that. But until I'm not playing well, then all of a sudden, you know, they raining all over me. So I just chose to just distance myself, you know, from the media and just not talk to them.
You've got an awfully long fuse, but when the bomb finally goes off, it's really something to see.
Parish takes Lambeau to the ground.
I wanted to hurt him, and I'm sure he felt the same way towards me. Well, Lambeau is a very physical player, and he does things on the court what I think shouldn't be allowed. You know, everybody is aggressive on the court, but he does things on the court that's not clean, what I call clean basketball. He does things, you know, he undercuts people and throws them to the floor, cheap shots people. I don't think that's part of basketball.
Bird the loose ball. Ahead to Parish. Great look.
Kevin McHale the screen. Bird right to left. Bird in traffic to McHale. Great pass. Layup good.
Bird. Nice roll to Parish. Oh!
Is this it for the big 3?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm sure that's definitely a big question with Larry, especially for him because he's definitely had the most problems as far as injuries goes. So I'm sure he will be weighing that decision this summer as to whether he's going to come back. As far as myself, I still have the same goal I like to play until I'm 40, so that'll be 2 more years. And then I'll be going for sure. The other 2, we had to ask them that question.
What would it mean to you if the big 3 were only 2 or maybe just 1?
Oh, that wouldn't bother me at all. I just look back on it as we had a great career together. You know, I would definitely like to see the 3 of us leave together, but that may not happen.
What is your place in Boston Celtics history?
That's a very good question. I don't think I would know that. The so-called critics will know that. Try to find a place for me in Celtic history until after I'm all done, you know, after I retire.
I got a feeling there's some space in the rafters for 00.
Hopefully, will be.
Count on it. Parish is one of only 3 centers in NBA history to win 3 or more championships. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Bill Russell are the others. But Parish isn't getting misty-eyed thinking about the Hall of Fame and such.
I'm my own worst critic, and I always, even when I have a good game, I always look back on my performance and say, there was a couple of rebounds I could have got, a couple of shots I missed I feel like I should have made. You know, so I'm always very critical of my performance, whether I'm playing well or not playing well.
Is that just part of your personality? Do you allow yourself to stand back after a 37-point, 16-rebound night and say, yeah, that was a good one?
No, I don't do that. Because I feel like you become complacent, and there's no room for that in your career, you know, if you want to continue to get better. I think when it's all said and done, when I'm all done, then I step back and probably would say that.
Thanks, Robert.
Thank you.